The real reason why you don't see Trump or any of them people on TV even caught in a mask or anything is because they just, they don't even believe the shit that they're even saying. They're not even trying to sell it to you. They're just going, you know what? This bullshit, it's good enough. It's good enough. People believe it. It's good enough. Don't overdo it. Don't oversell it. We don't want people losing their minds and shit like that, but it's just funny to see, like, when a reporter asks him a legitimate question, and it's not a bad question to ask. I'm not a CNN fan or anything like that, but why can't someone ask you a question? And when the person asks the question, he's like, and then the Dr. Fanucci or whatever his name is, he's like, oh, I don't have to wear a mask because my test was negative. Well, can't you still get sick, nerd cake? You know what I mean? Like, you can't get sick and then still catch it. Once you don't ever have it, you don't ever have it. I mean, people, you have to understand something. If this shit was as big as they say it is, you would not be able to get a Whopper, okay? You would not be able to get on a public bus. You would not be able to fly to New York City, okay? Like, they're putting props in the back, and they're like showing, what they've really done. Sorry, I'm getting excited. What they've really done is they've shown you now you can see who believes bullshit in public a lot easier. Not all of them, but now you can see people, believe in this nonsense. It's pure craziness. Guys, if this was as bad as they said it is, it would be like AIDS that you got from coughing. There would be bodies in the street. I really believe this 100% intuitively. I feel like God's telling me. I don't know I'm not attached to anybody in any political party, but for anybody to go, Trump's a Christian and yada, 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 and all that shit, I think, I'm not saying it to be mean, but I really think that you're not using your best judgment, because Trump is perpetuating the myth right now. Trump is doing what he is told to do by the elite, by the pharmaceutical companies that run the world. Okay? You can't say, oh, he's got America's best in. Trump does not have America's best. No president has ever had America's best interest in mind. Okay? Trump has his and his family's best interest in mind. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever because of his ego, whatever he wants to do, he's going to, make it look like it's in our best interest. But it's just because that's his opinion, and he's going to do whatever he wants. And listen, I don't dislike the guy, but you have to be out of your mind to trust anybody in politics. I don't care. A lot of Christians got hung up on George W. Bush. Like, oh, he was against abortion. Yeah, and then he killed all those people in the World Trade Center, in 9/11, and acted like he was. That's how fake the stuff is. The guy can't even read a speech, and he's reading children's books to children. Like, they're laughing at you. The clues are, like, right there, Like, I'm not saying it to be rude, but some of you guys need to catch a fucking clue. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't catch a clue if you had hands like Andre Reed. I don't know what's going on with people, but I'm just saying, like, I legitimately woke the fuck up about 2 years ago, okay, when I figured out that they didn't go to the moon. I figured out the shape of the earth, biblical cosmology, World Trade Center, what's going on with Africa, pyramids, alien fake shit. Like, I have been on a mission for this shit. Do you know what I mean? And this isn't even something, guys, this isn't even something that I need a lot of time to think about. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this shit was real, really, really real, like, it's dangerous, it's not even killing anybody. Who's it really killing? Okay, it's like gun violence. A couple people walked into a classroom. Don't get me wrong. It's a tragedy that any young kid or any person loses their life. But to make it sound like, out of 100 million people, under 1,000 have died because of AK-47s. And who even knows about that? Like, who knows if them aren't staged events? You know, like, I wonder about, you know, the band Eagles of Death Metal over there in France. Somebody came in, you know, they're always Islamic assassins that always do this, you know, because that's who they want you to be against, the Christians versus the Muslims. You know, I mean, that's Israel. That's what they do. You know, they get other people to fight each other, so they don't have to get involved. But, you know, whatever happened to that thing at that nightclub in Paris? You know what I mean? Like, no one can even say any more about it. Like, nothing's even, you know, done about it.